I would like to challenge the fear that many people who want to work more collaboratively have towards hierarchy. Hierarchy alone is maybe a dangerous thing. But when circle, triangle, and square comes together, this is an ancient form. It allows learning and self-organizing to arise. Circle is not a female form, but it is a midwife form. It's the gentle form of giving space for people to arise as themselves, for clarity of purpose to arise, and for the unity of everyone around the purpose, so that we are united through the purpose, not through whether we like each other or not, or what opinions we have about each other, or what we may believe. That is, in my opinion, irrelevant. It's like, who is it that can make a purpose come true if the purpose is real and needed? The triangle is the warrior directional energy. It is for protecting the purpose, it's protecting the integrity of the people working for it, so that there can be both vulnerability and strength existing. So protecting the container and giving direction, so that we keep moving forward. Water wants to flow. If it stands still, it becomes stale and stinks. And so this, to me, circle is one thing, but spiral is another. If you look at the universe, everything is moving in spirals. And I actually think that though when you add dynamic movement to circle, you will have spiral. And that's how nature, the universe, the cosmos organizes. And so I think that if you would allow, you could even say there's a circle I didn't mention, which is the circle of the Wisdom Council, which may be circumvent between the partners and the rest of the world. Those are people who are invited from the heart by the core team to be available to care for the people, the purpose, and the space in which those who are acting out are operating. And that, to me, is the ancient form of the square or the eldership. In all old villages that have survived for all those thousands and thousands of years, in any culture, there's always been respect for the elders. Those who were invited to offer life wisdom, and not opinions, not even decisions, but they would just be there as tuning forks for the higher purpose and for the respectful relationships. And also to say, now guys, you talked enough, time to move, because that movement that comes out of collective consciousness around purpose is unstoppable. And so I would say that slowly but surely we are beginning to discover an organizing dynamic organism pattern that can incorporate the best from circle, from hierarchy, from bureaucracy, which is basically just dividing up the work. Bureaucracy just means many offices. It's not a bad thing. Everything in its original form, I think, is of value. And so I would rather invite myself and other people to respect and love the essence of hierarchy, to love the essence of circle, to love the essence of spiraling power for good purposes, and to love the square of we could say the vertical energy from heaven to earth, which is basically how do we live good lives. And eldership, wisdom council is about that. And not to forget that all of this will only come alive unless it's practiced, and not just by principle, not by understanding alone, but when we put it into practice. And I think only practitioners who can stay conscious, who have practices that allows us to be conscious, can awaken this integration of those ancient patterns. And which is why it falls apart when people stop practicing and just become opinionated or intellectual into the silos of academia. But we don't practice here and now, moment by moment, that which allows us to be awake together. You can talk about organizing and doing work and collaborating for peaceful coexistence and well-being for everyone, and not just for whoever chooses to want to be superior to other people or other species. So it feels like You know, one time I sat on my bridge, and these words of clarity just descended into my heart, and they were like, when nature organizes, beauty is the result. That's what I'm after. And I invite anybody to go hunting for that.